What's going on, sports card fiends? Hopefully you guys are having a wonderful day, and today we're here with a video on my biggest USMNT investments, purchases, pickups that I have lately. Personally, I'll be keeping these for quite a long time, so don't worry about it, and don't ask me about them. You cannot have them. I will keep them given everything goes well, but I guess if things go well, maybe I'll be less likely to have them. I don't know. We'll see. But at the end of the day, something I plan on holding for a while, so I'm pretty excited about it. We'll go ahead and get on into it now and kind of talk about why, get into more of the overall look at it. So I'm not going to show it yet, but I just want to lay the groundwork. So like I've said before, I purchase USMNT cards. I like the United States men's national team. What can I say? I like the team. I enjoy the team. I want to watch them do well, so here I am buying their cards. It's the way it works. At the same time, I still buy a lot of Euro cards. I still buy GOATs. I still definitely dabble more than enough in other areas. So when you see these and you're like, oh, this guy might have a problem because he's paying too much for American players, it's fine. It's fine. I'll be okay. Trust me, I'll be okay. We don't have to worry about it. Don't go home worried about me. At the end of the day, you know, we're all doing our thing here. So, personally, big fan of the USMNT. I think that the trajectory going forward, you know, 2021, this year, there's just a ton of games, tons of matches. You know, Olympics, maybe. Qualifying has already probably happened by now. We might even be out. I don't know. Oh, my God. I hope not. Anyways, Olympics, U.S. trying to qualify for the World Cup, so you know, World Cup qualifying will be a case, and then you know, hopefully all bearing World Cup 2022, and then long term, if I really wanted to keep any of this USMNT stuff, long term 2026 would be still a long time, 5 years off. But the thing about the USMNT is that they're all so young, and I think that's one of the main appeals that people will start to learn and start to really be drawn towards, is the fact that they're all incredibly young, like every single one. So even for these young guys right now that I'm buying, the one today, Giovanni Reyna, he is 18, just turned 18 recently. So when World Cup 2026 comes around, this man will be balling out, in my opinion. You know, that's why I bought the card. In my projection forward, I think he's good, surprisingly enough. But at 2026, he'll be 23. And, you know, even then, I think he'll be great and be a good player for us, maybe one of our best players, but still, you have just such a long time horizon. That is the real draw with USMNT, guys. And with that said, we'll go ahead and get into what I have today. So, a little show and tell here. Got some cards. The first one, Giovanni Reyna, it's gonna be so hard to see. It's gonna be so hard to see, but it's 8 out of 50. Just big trust. You can maybe get a little peek there. I'm always confused with how these work. But yeah, nice little card. I love the Topps Museum. Just such a big fan. The shine is beautiful. The gold is so nice. It is a sticker auto. He does have some on-card autos, so people might kind of, you know, scoff at that in a sense of, if you looked at the prices, the on-card and the stickers are moderately close. We'll get into more as to why that is here in a second, but I actually don't care too much, like personally, how I feel. I know, you know, the market may feel differently than how I feel. I really don't care too much, so it's fine with me. I like the concept of the kind of time-stamped autograph. Like the main draw of a rookie auto for me is that the autograph was, you know, like their first one when they were a rookie, and has a timestamp on it of it happened then, not just some old, you know, washed up has-been that's signing tons of autographs. Like, you know, I appreciate them and thank you, but at the same time, I think there's more value in the first one. So beyond that, there are more. That is not the only one. We also have, that was number 8. This one is number 9. Got a nice little couple there. Another gold auto. Again, tilting it the wrong way, but so yeah, very happy to have 4% of the pop right there of those out of 50 autos. And then in addition to that, that is not the only 2. There is going to be a third, and this one is number 10 out of 24. RPA as well. No crazy colors here in the patches. You know, obviously I would love a nice little 2-color patch, but it is what it is. You know, we take what we can get. But a little 10 out of 24, so I've between these three, number 8, 9, and 10, which is actually really cool. I didn't plan that by any means, it's kind of lucky, but maybe I'll look to grab more in that stretch. But now we'll go on over to eBay and kind of talk more as to why I have purchased these and what the rationale is, I guess. So to start, we'll go on over to Card Ladder and kind of take a peek at this PSA 10 Topps Chrome that Gio Reyna has from 2019. If we start at the beginning of the price graph, we can tell that it was about $600-700 and has just kind of lingered in between there for about the last 5 to 6 months. He was doing pretty good, I guess, before this little stretch, and then kind of dropped out of form and has been doing better, which is why we've seen the little climb. However, at the same time, the soccer card market as a whole has done really well. So to see Gio's kind of just hanging out here and not doing much is, I mean, you know, to some it would be a bad sign. You'd be like, well, he's not stonking, but that's good. I don't, you know, I love that because now I made money for 5 months and I can go back and buy him at the same price. So I'm a fan. I am a big fan of that idea. Personally, I never bought any of the Topps Chrome because they were just so expensive. Like you can tell here, like 5 months ago, the market was a lot less matured, and some of the GOATs and even the hyped modern guys weren't as high as they are now. So these prices looked even crazier back then. Now, I mean, still pretty crazy, but, you know, some people are in on it. Personally, I would just wait a while. I'm not a big fan of buying up base, especially when you consider this. These are $500 to $600 for a PSA 10. I get it's a PSA 10, but there's already 300 of them. There will be plenty more. Can promise that. So I mean, it's not too cheap. Like, I get it might seem cheap, but I mean, it's not really cheap. And now if we go and take a look at some prices over on eBay, we can see why I think they're cheap. So just to start, the second one right here has a little bit of watchers, 20. I think it is the cheapest RPA that is listed at buy it now for $850. And this one is actually a vertical card, which I think the vertical probably hold more value than the horizontal ones. So personally, I think that that's, you know, even still moderately cheap, especially when you consider the other ones. Like I bought one a couple days ago. It hasn't got here yet, so I can't flex it or show it off or do whatever yet. But you know, you can buy them like that. The one that I got was maybe like 700, a little bit below, but like I can buy an out of 50 RPA of Gio Reyna for the same price as people are paying for a Topps Chrome PSA 10. And that's the craziest thing I've ever seen. And, you know, at the end of the day, we're all here gambling on a random 18-year-old's future for the U.S. men's national team, which is pretty crazy as well. But when you compare those two different markets, I think that it is just absurd to think about. And I mean, you look here at the overall listings, like Giovanni Reyna, Topps Museum, there are 17 available. And this is during a time where they're getting packed and they're, you know, again, moderately expensive, so it'll take some time to kind of dry up, but it's just not a lot. It is not a lot. A big reason that I truly believe that they are worth it is because if we go take a look right now, in my recently viewed items, we have a Serginho Dest RPA right here. He recently had scored a really good goal for the U.S. men's national team in a friendly. He also had 2 goals for Barca beforehand, so a lot of hype going in. And currently he has an out of 199 RPA that is going for about $250 pre-tax, and it will likely go higher. And Giovanni Reyna doesn't have anything out of 199. His are out of 50 at the highest, because I'm guessing, you know, better athlete, harder to get all those autos from, at least more you got to pay, so just less autos is the point. If I go ahead and go on over to some sold listings, we could go and look at Giovanni Reyna Topps Museum auto and look at the sold and compare it to Serginho Dest, and we'll just come to find that. So if we look at sold items, 28 for Giovanni Reyna, and Serginho Dest has, how many are we talking? 60. So yeah, a nice sizable increase there, about double overall, which is kind of what I was thinking. So that's nice to see. And again, if you look back here at the lowest these things have ever been, they're about 400 a piece for those, you know, vertical RPAs, and that's just, it's insane. I get that they're not on card, but the one thing I haven't mentioned yet that is the biggest factor in why I think that this is a play is because this is, as far as I'm aware, his only 2019 autos are in the Topps Museum collection. Right here we have, well, the little like card ones below, and you also have the RPAs right there, and that is it. So as you could tell, 2019, and then what a lot of people were kind of liking from Gio Reyna originally, I think his first ever auto was actually this. It was a transcendent Dortmund Topps thing where he just kind of had some on-card autos that were in there. And at the time, people were really freaking out about these. I was sad I couldn't really get them because they were super expensive at a time when the market wasn't as developed. And now they haven't really done a ton in price. I mean, they've definitely kind of held their own, but I don't think they're going to be looked at the same. I think that whenever you have something from 2020 or you have something from 2019 and you ask someone which one's the rookie auto, without a doubt, it is going to be the 2019, because at the end of the day, it's so hard for people to know what the actual timeline of what came out when, and for people to care and put value into that. It's very tough. So at the end of the day, whenever PSA says that there's, you know, only one 2019 set with Giovanni Reyna autos in it, that's all people have. That is it. And when you compare it to other sports, I think that's the biggest factor as far as why I'm so optimistic on these, is because when you compare it to other sports, there's so many different alternatives. You know, there's just, you know, with like basketball, for example, I mean, you don't have to get too into it, but they'll have autos in tons of different sets, the very high numbered autos, and just tons of ability to kind of, you know, splash some water on that, you know, firing market. And with Giovanni Reyna and where I could see him being for our team in the future, to think that all of those people would then just be filtered to this one section of autos is just crazy to me. And to think that people are paying the same price for a Topps Chrome PSA 10 base card is, again, just nuts. So that's why I have been all in on Giovanni Reyna. I've gotten a few already. I got another one on the way. I'm looking to get another one. You can see I have all these listed on my watch. I am just ready to go. And I don't mind sharing with you guys at this point because I have a few. I don't want us bidding each other up. That doesn't make any sense. But I will gladly let everyone get in if they want to. I know it's quite a lot of money. So at the same time, you know, I don't have to get in necessarily here, but I do think the U.S. men's national team in general has potential. And I mentioned in the past that whenever autos come out, like rookie autos for these guys, there's going to be a decent bit of supply at the beginning, and once it's gone, it's gone. Like, it does not come back. I have been sat here, you know, endlessly looking for U.S. men's national team guys for the last year or two, and I can certainly tell you, even if they start to do bad, doesn't matter. The autos are gone. The rookies that are desirable are gone. Maybe they'll come back one day whenever the person's flopped, but until then, they're as good as gone. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to leave a like. Anything you want to tell me, let me know in a comment down below. And on top of that, if you want to see more videos like this as soon as they go live, make sure to subscribe. And with that said, hopefully you guys have a wonderful day, and peace.